Suki, you know what? It's Wednesday. We couldn't disappoint. We had to be here.
We're 5 minutes late and we had some technical issues, but we're here. We're here and we're doing really well. And we're so glad that everybody's with us.
Suki, I'd like to thank the 70,000 folks who have viewed last night's show.
I think they had a great time with Phil. He always puts on a great show. Emmy was there. And then we had your buddy from the NFL. I mean, it just... like, I feel like, you know, our shows are so evolved. Like, if people just, like, look at the bigger picture of what we're doing, I think they love it.
Yeah, no.
Louise is like, what, WTF? Louise, we had some issues.
Well,
can you stop, Louise? I love you. But
they're all pissed at us for coming on.
Because we had some issues. All is forgiven, Karen Viviani. Thank you, Karen.
Suki,
Louise is like, I'm having a panic attack.
Suki, here's the thing: is I'm sharing up. You see the new background I have here right now.
Okay, well, let's talk about the couple of changes that we had led to this. Look at where Scott is, everybody.
I'm still in the same room, Suki. I moved away from the games, which I'm kind of missing right now. I threw our picture up here, and the TV is very low to the ground because my daughter sits in a beanbag. And I committed to it at 7:15, so I couldn't go back. And I'm literally sitting in a chair that was made for a 2-year-old.
And how are your knees? How are your knees?
My svelte ass is just fitting into the chair, and my knees are literally just below this line here. So it's, but I think it looks good. Look at us all in cartoon form.
I mean, oh my God, Louise is like, OMG, phew. Bobby is like, hello, what's up with you guys? Hello from London, Ontario. Bill Brabin hanging out with us. Shy CEO in the house.
Yeah, wow.
Hello from Australia, Karen Graham. Nice to see you, Karen. And Dorothy Lancaster joining us. Diane Gonzalez, Andujar.
We have...
you like that? Diane Gonzalez, Andujar.
Andujar. Suk, we have...
Espinosa.
We had folks literally from all over the world last night.
Great show.
We had a great show. And, you know, another great show tonight. Jane Hanson's coming on in just a little bit.
Jane.
Bob Papa, voice of the Giants, is coming on a little bit. And again, not really to talk about. Bob's got this new program he's doing. It's called Cooking Just Because. And they're cooking for folks who need to be fed. And
there's such a need out there. I mean, if you look at the 40 million plus Americans who are on unemployment, the people that have to go to the food lines, and we, you know, Scotty, we've been talking about this since the very beginning. Mm-hmm. If you have the ability to donate to your local food pantry, it behooves you to get, let's say you're grocery shopping, and you know, you got the 3-for-1 deal where you get 3 boxes of pasta and you get another 3 free. Or 10 for 10, which I have in my grocery store.
You go 10 for 10?
10 for 10, and you put it, you know, why don't you just take the other 10 boxes instead of putting, if you have enough food and you're able to do it, give the 10 to a local, you know, sustainable food that somebody could stock up in their pantry and get through it. And really what we've realized is that we have to help our local communities and lift them up. If you have the ability, that's kind of like where we are in this world. We are realizing how much we depend on each other, need each other, and need to love each other.
We raise you up and climb on Mount. Suk, do you like this background or
Scotty? I thought you matched the wall to your shirt, but then you told me that the shirt is gray and the wall is what color?
This wall is baby blue. I think because of the crazy fluorescent lighting in here right now, you're getting a grayish hue, Suki, a grayish hue.
It looks like you matched your shirt to your background.
But the funny thing is, if you remember this this shoot date that we went on when we were doing the morning show.
Yeah, that local show.
You were wearing an orange blazer.
And it red. Yeah.
Right. And it basically is coming through orange, right? Looks like
it actually is. It actually is.
All right.
But you know what? I'm just looking at all my jowls in that picture,
No, you know what? Look, even on my neck, it's cartoon form, Sue.
Is it just us loving each other? Like,
Yeah.
I love you, Scotty.
I said, get a picture of me kissing Suki on the cheek.
Listen, Judy Rogers says, Scott, Judy, you have a thing for Scotty.
Yeah,
This is like I see this cycle, Judy, and we need to talk. Judy said Scott is very handsome.
Suk, when's it going to end? Mary Lou Henner, Donna D'Errico, Carol Alt. Listen, I love Jane Hansen, but if she comes on and she falls in love with me tonight, Suki, is something's.
I think Jane, didn't she work with her in NBC, and did she already love you? Like, did you?
You know what, Jane? We'll talk about this. I was doing sports at Channel 4.
Oh my God, Louise Morelli Lupo, Scott's lips. Louise.
Lips? I don't even have it. Suki, I don't even have any lips.
I think it's your bottom lip. It's not your top.
I don't have a bottom lip. I got nothing. I don't even have lips. What is she talking about?
She wants to caress you.
Suk, I was doing sports at Channel 4 when Jane started doing that LXTV, the 5 o'clock news. But that was in a different studio, so we never really ran into each other. She's coming on in just a few minutes.
Excellent.
Another fine day. Things starting to open up. COVID cases starting to light up again. Suki, here's my prediction. Suki, and then we don't. I don't like to talk about it. I predict that midsummer, everything gets shut down again. That's my prediction. I hate to be like
okay, so I'm going to counter, right. And I'm going to say nothing will ever get shut down again.
Really?
Ever.
You think
on the scale that we experienced, it will never go back to 14, 15 weeks, 80 plus days that we've been all isolated. It will never, ever go back to that again.
All right. Well,
so Susan is once again saying, Scott, you're handsome.
Who said it? Is that my mother again?
Susan Smith.
All right, Suk, listen, Jane.
But that's my prediction, and I want our audience to kind of hold us to it because I actually believe once the reopening process happens,
right,
America is never going to go back to where it was. It's never going to go back into hibernation mode. Maybe there might be some isolated communities where they're able to track and say, you have to close this down. But I'm telling you, on the big scale that we just experienced, I don't think that will ever happen again.
All right. I hope you're right. Listen, I hope you're right. I hope things, the hospitals don't start filling up again. My wife got a text from her friend who's works at Hackensack Medical. She said that, there's only about 80 patients in the hospital now, down from about 1,000 with COVID. Everybody's, it's looser in the halls. People are laughing again. They've come out on the other side.
It's a false narrative. I
hope it doesn't spark up again, and everybody could have summer. My kid can go to friggin' summer camp. We're still waiting for Cuomo to tell us whether summer camp's open or not. But that's listen, that's neither here nor there. You want to bring in Jane? She's
let's bring in Jane. Let's get that perspective.
She's sipping mimosas in the green. She just went away, Jane. She heard we were coming to get her, and she just went away.
Just like, but anyway, so they said that you're in the background shot. If you take a look, your lips look very voluptuous. That's what.
The background.
Louise Morelli Lupo. I'm telling you.
Yeah, not
breaking news. Bobby Ross is chiming in. Breaking news. Fauci states that COVID may come back stronger this summer, and that Scott Stanford is handsome.
That's funny. All right. Well, listen, Jane is back. We lost her for a second. Hey, Jane.
Hi, Jane.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good.
I'm outside in my backyard because it's such a beautiful night. So I kind of wanted to be out there prancing around, and then my signal went dead.
Jane, the only thing is, I think your signal isn't great back there. That's what I'd be in the backyard too, but A, I'm too loud. My wife yells at me, and B, I don't have a.
Don't yell at you. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I think you keep freezing up on the screen though.
I've got it connected to the to the Ethernet. Like I've got a hard line here.
Oh, you got Ethernet happening, huh?
Yeah. So how is that possible?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's weird.
It's freezing.
How about now? Can you see me now?
Suk, is she freezing up on your end too?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah,
she is.
No,
and it's yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Let's sign off and sign back in. That really seems to work for a lot of people.
Sometimes that works.
They come back in.
I'll be right back.
Go ahead. All right. That's weird. She's got Ethernet's like that's better than Wi-Fi,
Was
right?
it called Ethernet?
Ethernet.
I thought I was like pronouncing something wrong. I was like, what is that?
That's a hard wire into your Wi-Fi. So it's not even Wi-Fi. Ethernet is like that's like hardcore.
That's like this, Scotty?
That's hardcore.
I love how men explain that. That's like this, babe.
That's 2 Viagras in a 3-hour period.
That's like this, babe.
That's 2 Viagras, Suki.
Yeah, even Vicky Dawson was like, you're echoing, your picture not good, freezing up. Irene Fitzgerald, I know, Jane. Well, Jane's figuring it out, everybody.
Yeah, figure it out. Look, in the meantime,
tell me something.
Tell
me something good.
Suki, can you do our sign of the times?
I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign with Suki and Sky.
Girl, I'm gonna drag you up. Here we go. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Let's hold on the sign. Let's see if we can get Jane back in. Hold on.
Jane, come back in. Come back in.
She's spinning. Sook, she's spinning.
It's never a good sign, Scotty.
Ooh, I'm spinning. I think I thought it was everything. No, she's not. She's not coming in, Sook.
What happens after 3 Viagras? That's what Lorianne wants to know. What happens?
You call
walk around with a little fishes.
You call every girl you ever met. Let's see if Jane can.
You call every girl you ever met. Jane!
She's frozen, Sook. Sook, we got a Walt Disney here.
No. Can you see me now? I was just going to get on my phone.
Yeah, Jane, we hear you kind of gargly.
Trying to go outside, maybe. Maybe that might be a better thing.
That's too bad. Well, I don't know what to tell you because you guys are spinning too in the world.
Are you on? You want to try regular Wi-Fi? You have Wi-Fi?
Yeah, I have Wi-Fi. Okay, I'll try that.
Try regular Wi-Fi. See if that works. Go ahead. Try signing in one more time. Let's see what happens. Sook, I remember you used to freeze. You don't freeze anymore. We got to pretend.
We've upped everything. Can I go excuse myself and get a glass? Would you mind?
No, let's hear. You go get a glass. I'm working on Jane here. Let's see if she's back.
All right, work on Jane.
Jane, are you back? Let's see. No. She's not. And Sook, I can't be on our end because you and I are on fine, right? Hold on. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see a problem with anything actually right now.
Hold on. She's coming back in. She's got 2.
She's coming back.
I got 2 different boxes of Jane now. Let's see.
I got 3 boxes. That's what she said.
Hey now.
Yeah.
Jane, what's happening? Look, we got 2. Jane, I have you on 2 boxes. And none of them are working. No. Jane, you look great frozen though. You got a nice smile on your face.
I know. Usually people have weird looks.
No. Oh, hold on. Let me get rid of that one. Let's see if this one works. Jane, how's that?
I'm on my phone.
Okay.
Fails. Can you hear me?
We hear you, but the screen is still frozen.
I don't know what to tell you. It's so weird.
Is anybody playing Fortnite?
Yeah, no, it keeps coming in halfway, but then
oh man, maybe outdoors. What do you think? Should we go outdoors?
Jane, do you have a wire hanger and a piece of aluminum?
Yeah, that's perfect. I'll be right back with you.
All right, let's try it again.
Abracadabra.
Let's see.
Woo! Wait.
Nah, she's frozen, Sue.
Now.
All right, listen. You know what? We've been pretty lucky. We've been doing the show for
we've had a great thing. I mean,
we've had a good run.
Man, today that we could just kind of get into. Are we reading dirty books?
Well, no. You know what's weird? I looked up the reach around books, and there's 4 of them or 5 books. There's one that we haven't done, which is it's like Susie loves balls, and it's all about it's called, of course,
It's different than Susie loves her nuts.
yeah, no, John's nuts, Susie
Yeah.
balls, Brenda's beaver. And the funny thing is, I looked it up. They're on back order for like 2 months. Those books are selling like hotcakes.
You know what? We've got to find out where Reach Around Production is, and we got to get them on the air.
This is a Reach Around production.
You know what, Scotty? We've got to do that. Jane, you look so different in every pose. Anita says, Bobby Ross, where's Bobby Ross?
Ground control to make
Bobby Ross.
All right, Sue, give me the signs. Give me the signs deal.
I saw the signs and opened up my eyes. I saw the sign with Suki and Scott.
Wait, hold on, Jane's back. Hold on. Let's try again. Hold on, Jane.
Jane.
I see you, Suki.
Okay.
You see me, Jane, or no?
This hair is just like a mess.
No.
Can you actually see me or not?
No, Jane, you're frozen.
Hopefully I'm frozen in time so I don't have any wrinkles.
No, you look fantastic. You just
Look
frozen.
great. Sun kiss, summer fun, everything
I
good.
still look better that way.
Hey, listen, we could do this whole segment with you trying to log in. It'll be kind of funny, I think.
I think it'll be. And by the way, I do this all the time. I do virtual trainings every single day of my life, like 7 hours a day.
I don't know.
And I'm
why.
like, I get this bastard.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
We got folks coming in here from greetings from Germany. Crazy.
It's Deutsch, aber nicht so gut.
See? But
Yeah.
I could barely hear you though. The voice is garbled and you're frozen. Are you on Wi-Fi now?
I was, and then I went back to the Ethernet. I'll go back to the Wi-Fi.
All right, go back to Wi-Fi. See what happens.
It should.
Sook, we got technical issues.
Scotty, we're just gonna go. Love greetings from Ichvan. How do you say we love you? Ichvan.
What are you saying? Eek what?
I used to be able to know how to say I love you.
Sook,
in
here's our
German.
first sign of the night. Marty, whatever happens, don't ever go to 2020.
Sharda Gainer joining us from the Caribbean. Love it. Love it.
How about this one? If 2020 was a drink, what would it be? A colonoscopy prep.
Oh my God. Can I tell you something? I wonder if we can actually ask NASA's space station if they would talk to us.
Imagine a virus so intelligent that it knows how to vanish during riots for its own safety. And how about this one? So far, I'm finding that living in the book of Revelation is even more effed up than the Bible made it sound.
I might have to agree with Super 70s Sports right there. I might have to agree with you, sir.
All right, hold on. Let me let's
Or
go
madam.
back. Ladies and gentlemen, we go to Jane Hansen, who's live in her home. Jane, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Now you're just
Yeah, now you're just a black screen, Jane.
this is really funny.
It's just nuts.
Jane, you're frozen with hysterical laughter right now. Let's try it again.
Let's try it one more time. So, Scott,
Okay.
going back to how to say I love you in German,
Yeah.
it's Ich liebe dich.
Oh, ich liebe dich. Ich liebe dich. Suki.
I love you. I love you.
Wow.
Te amo in Spanish, right? Te amo. Amor. How do you say it in Italian? Amor mio. Amore. Amor.
Mi amor. Hold on. Here's Jane Hansen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the show. Jane Hansen.
Jane Hansen.
Jane?
Can you see now?
Ah,
Better.
you look
Maybe.
good.
Perhaps. Yes. No.
It's over, Jane. It's
It's
over.
over, Jane. We're going to have to test this out next time. We're going to get you back in.
Okay. So
Jane,
you
listen,
say,
Jane, in 5 minutes, I want you to try again.
yeah, and you won't be there.
Give it 5 minutes. No, we'll
We'll
be here.
still be here. It's now.
If Liba do, you can't see it.
Ich liebe dich, right?
No, not Jack.
And we like that too. I thought it was Ich liebe dich.
Not
Ich liebe dich.
She's all garbled, Suk. I can't even understand the German.
I don't think I said dick, but if I did, we like that too.
Did you just say dick on the air? What? Is that allowed?
No. You said a bad word before.
What? Did I say ass? What did I say?
You said, you said the balls thing.
Suk, if only I had a quiz lined up for you, we can kill some time. Listen, listen, Bob Papa called in before. I know Bob's line is good.
Good.
Will Presty's coming up with his headlines. I texted Will. I said, get your skinny Irish ass.
He's probably hanging out playing with his Ich liebe dich.
Yeah, he's playing with. So let's see what we got here on the screen. Greetings from Germany. Somebody wants you to sing, Suki. Hello, is it me you're looking for?
Hello, is it me you're looking for? Tell me how to win your heart, 'cause I haven't got a clue. Are you somewhere feeling lonely, or is someone loving you?
All
Tell
right,
me
ladies and
how to
gentlemen.
win your heart. Go ahead, Scotty, finish it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, Jane Hansen. Jane, how are you? No. Jane, where are you? Where are you tonight? How come we have such a bad signal?
Lori Ann said she started reading with Dick and Jane.
Everybody's reading.
I love it. Reach Around Productions. Sing some Eagles, Birdie Sticky.
Oh no, that's my boy Dan Culleney. He used to be my producer at Channel 9, Suk.
Dan Culleney?
And I wrote these are a few of my favorite things. You know the song, right? From, what's the movie?
Sound of Music?
That's Sound of Music, right. So I wrote a song we had a golf show we did every Sunday night. So I wrote a golf song to that song that I wrote that I wanted to shoot a music video to that we never did. And it was like Eagles and birdies, front nines in the 30s, sweet spots and dead aim, a pretty good short game, getting the ball in the hole in one shot. These are some things that I just haven't got.
That's
and
cute.
I wrote, right? And I remember that. It's like 12 years ago. When the ball hooks and I yell for, I know that I'm in for such a high score. All right, hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, Jane
Hansen.
Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Jane, here's what you sound like. You sound like you have a snorkel on and you're 3 feet under the tub. No, not happening, Jane.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Jane, are you on Google Chrome or no? Do you have Google Chrome?
I do.
Is that what you're on?
Hold on.
Pull up Google Chrome. It's better on Google Chrome. That might be the problem.
Google Chrome. Go ahead. Try Google Chrome. Sign back in with Google Chrome.
Okay, Scotty.
Bob Papa coming up in just
Lori Ann goes, Suki, I'm so confused. Scott worked at Channel 9, Channel 4, Channel 11, and now what the hell is he doing?
No, listen, here's what happened. I was at Channel 9. I got hired at Channel 4. This is how it works in our business, Suk, right? People see you and they hire you.
Yeah.
So I got hired at Channel 4 from Channel 9, which was a step up, right, to NBC. I was doing sports. And then Channel 11 called and asked me to be the weeknight news anchor, and I moved over to there. So that's how it works. And the whole time I was doing WWE all that time. So while it seems like I've been in a lot of places, I gradually moved up like you're supposed to
in the New York market. You know, that's what it is. That's what local broadcasters do. I mean, it's kind of like inside baseball, but I mean, I don't even think now any of that even is. Do you think any of it's valid anymore?
No, not really.
Not for these young kids. I don't think they even see it like that.
It's all young kids. They get hired at it from out of state. If you're working at an ABC affiliate, they'll hire you.
Yeah, like they hire a kid like Chris Jacobs to come in. You know, Chris Jacobs.
Jesus, I don't know how this guy gets a job.
The hell does Chris Jacobs know? I don't even know. And I heard somebody say it was his birthday too.
Chris Jacobs, it was his birthday yesterday. Sue.
How old did he turn? 40?
Yeah, Chris Jacobs is a very young-looking man, and I thought he was younger than he is, but he's like 62 at this point.
I thought he was 30. I thought he was like 32.
Right? I thought he looks like a young guy. It's unbelievable. Oh no, Suki, what happened?
Jane is putting the Maloik on us, man. Like, what the hell just happened?
What? How? What?
The Maloik. Do you know what the Maloik is? The Maloik.
Don't leave. I'll be right back, Suki. Talk. Oh, wait, Suki. Here's Jane Hansen. Jane, you with us? Jane? No. It's over, Johnny. It's over, Janie. It's over.
Can't see me now either.
Yeah. So this is the... Hold on, Suki. I could fix this.
I love how Donna and Dorothy forget Jane, bring Phil. All right, we're trying. 11 was the best. Not really anymore, right? I just loved you guys on Channel 11. We loved each other on Channel 11. That's why we're here, everybody. We have created our own avenue where you, the fan, gets to hang out and we get to have a community together. It's all like our own ecosystem.
Yeah.
That doesn't have to be judged, you know?
Especially when things go horribly wrong, Suki.
Yes, we just have fun and we laugh at it.
Yeah. No big deal. Hold on. I'm coming back.
My best birthday gift was a kiss on the cheek from Suki. Thank you, Chris Jacobs.
Oh, that's not what you told me, Chris Jacobs. I know you had better. Hey, listen, I texted Will Presty to come on.
Will Presty's probably just banging one out really quickly before he gets on. And then he gets his cup of coffee or he makes believe it's coffee.
Suki, let's hope tomorrow night goes better than tonight, because tomorrow night we got John O'Hurley is on the phone.
Scotty, you have to kind of seize the day with Johnny O'Hurley.
He's a big Hollywood superstar, John O'Hurley. Did we decide what song we're going to send him? You want to send him I Like Big Butts and I Cannot Lie, or you want to do Funky Cole Medina?
Whatever you want to do.
And also with whatchamacallit, with him tomorrow night.
I don't know. Irene, no. Sharon, what is it? Lorianne wants to know, Scott never kissed me.
What? Listen, I can't kiss everybody.
Lorraine, Nicole, please take the caption off. It hides faces. That's on your part, Lorraine. Yeah, you got to go in.
Yeah, listen, guys.
It's like right on the bottom of your screen, man.
If you're watching on your phone, a lot of people watch on the phone, right? Just turn it sideways, and you'll get the full screen. See the full screen, and then it gets rid of the captions for you also.
Luis Morelli goes, the back of the screen when that screensaver changes is going to change to porn. You're right, Luis. It is.
Suki, I didn't even think of that. I hope Pornhub doesn't come up. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, Jane Hansen.
What?
Jane?
I've just been listening. Can you actually hear me?
Yeah.
Jane, you look good for half a second and then you froze. We're just two former.
Well, this is not so bad, Scotty. Let's have a moment with this.
Let's see. Jane, talk to us, Jane.
Let's keep talking.
Here, I've been enjoying your conversation. So who did you kiss first, Scott or the other guy?
This might work, Jane.
I think I kissed Scott first, probably.
Yeah.
And then Chris Jacobs, maybe when I was 25, when we worked at Channel 5 or Channel 2. I don't know. I don't remember. Wow. Chris was like Scotty's producer. He's a good guy.
Yeah. So, Jane, how are you?
I'm great, actually.
Yeah.
Apparently, my Wi-Fi ain't so great, but I'm great.
We finally got you on just in time for Bob Papa. Jane, thanks for coming by.
I enjoyed this moment. What's that song that good Carol Burnett used to sing, or somebody? So glad we had this time
together.
Jane,
how have you been? Where are you? What's going on?
I'm out at my house. I've been doing a ton of virtual work, and I ordinarily travel all the time, so I've got such cabin fever. I'm like going nuts.
Yeah,
but
I hear you.
It's all okay. Everything is healthy and good, knock on wood. And I think I'm going to see my daughter this weekend for the first time since like the beginning of March, which will be fun.
Wow. How old is your daughter?
She turned 30.
Oh my
I know.
God, it's awesome.
Wow.
I'm a child bride. Clearly, she was 14. I was 14 when she was born. Every year it's something.
Jane, let me ask you a question. Are you are you available for Friday night if we have you come back?
I could be.
Or are you? Because I'd
You're
love
upstate now.
I'd love
I
to
mean,
get
I feel like we were chip with time with you.
Are you asking me out on a date, or are you asking me to come on the show?
Well, listen, that's usually what I do with our beautiful celebrity guests. I try to get phone numbers, and usually works out.
Oh well, there you go. I'm glad
But
your
listen,
voice.
now it's everything's working, but I feel like we usually would keep you for about 25 minutes, but your signal wasn't great. But I'd love to, because we got a lot to talk to you about. But I'd love. Can you come back on Friday? Is that
Would it
possible?
be, I probably could. If I might have to do it on my phone, though, will that work?
Your phone probably work better. Yeah.
Probably would.
At the same time?
Yeah. No, do it on the phone. That'll probably work okay.
Okay.
All right.
Try to see if I can fix my hair then, because that's the best part. Haven't cut it, barely washed it.
Love it. It looks great. It looks great, actually.
So there you are. You know what?
All
You know how we got used to that hair, that makeup thing and the hair thing?
Listen, you were such a huge part of the New York news landscape that, I can't let this go by. But Bob Papa just logged in. Suki and I are off at 8:30 because, quite frankly, we're not getting paid, and we can only go an hour. But we'd love to. I'd love to get you
I
back.
got $20. You want $20?
I just want to get you on a nice, clear signal so we could BS a little bit.
That would be great.
All
So
right.
let's do it for Friday, okay, darling?
Let's do it for Friday. Absolutely.
I've enjoyed listening to you, even though you couldn't hear me. And by the way, in German, it's ich liebe du.
Suki.
It's not ich liebe Dick, because you know what that means.
Yeah, Suki. Come on. What are you?
I think every girl likes that too. Just saying.
Yeah. Jane, we'll see you Friday.
Have a great night.
Jane.
All right, Jane.
Bye.
Bye. Man, Suk, boy, that was a lot of tap dancing for the last half hour.
Oh, it was so funny. Somebody was like, "Oh, want my vote?" Lorianne wants to just come into the conversation. Listen, we got to do Fan Friday. I know we need to have this conversation together, and we're gonna do it because I'm gonna push you to do it. Sorry, Scotty.
Well, I know we have Mark Summers on Friday from Double Dare, the longtime host of Double Dare. Tomorrow,
But the last half of it, we don't have to book anybody. We'll have the Fan Friday.
Well, now we have Jane Hansen as well. How about Fan Monday, Suk?
All right.
By the way, next week we have a sex expert coming on.
I love sex experts.
So it'll be a lot of sexy talk. And speaking of sexy, let's bring in the legendary voice of the New York Giants, Bob Papa. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Bob, how are you, Bob?
Dot, Suki, how you guys doing? Good to see you.
So nice
Bob,
to see you.
Clearly on the what is that? The Hudson behind you?
That's Manhattan right behind me. We're in
Beautiful. What a beautiful shot.
Very nice, Bob. As a TV guy, with a window behind you, you are dark, right?
I do know that, and we don't have the greatest lighting in here, but this was the best spot as far as Wi-Fi.
It's like we're interviewing a whistleblower right now.
Here, I'll get closer.
I love it. Oh, there you go. That's good. Get close to the light.
That's good, Bob. It's actually better. Actually, that's a lot better. We can actually see you.
There you go.
Bob, listen, man, before we get into cooking because and everything you're doing right now,
Gotta talk Giants.
we're missing sports. NFL. We had John Hussey on yesterday, longtime NFL ref, started this company called Cuddly, where he's been saving animals and dogs and the whole deal. He's been doing great with that. And we were talking about the NFL coming back probably without crowds in the stadiums.
Well, it's going to be interesting. We had Dr. Siegel on my SiriusXM NFL radio show this morning, and he kind of thought that by the time football gets here, we could have, about 15,000 fans in the stands because the stadiums are on such big footprints that you could have traffic flow in one way and flow out another way and space people enough So that if you had 15,000 people in a 75,000 seat stadium or an 80,000 seat stadium like MetLife, it'll make enough noise so that you'll feel like you're watching a game with a little juice as opposed to a studio audience. And you think about, like, if you go to Yankee Stadium, a lot of times you can order food right to your seat with the app, or someone brings you the food. So the teams will upgrade the Wi-Fi in the buildings. You know, you pick up your phone. I want a double chili cheese dog and a couple of beers, and away you go. They bring it right to you.
Yeah. And I know I read an article, you know, you as the radio play-by-play, do you think without the crowd in the stadium, you'll feel a sense of having to be even more excited and overexcited just to make it?
You have to fill in the blanks for all of us.
Yeah, I mean, you do that on radio anyway. You're the camera and you're the director, so to speak, from television terms, for a listening audience. So you have to be that descriptive, but it would be very weird. I mean, you know, I guess I could harken back to my World League of American Football days when there were no fans in the stands anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it'd be an interesting dynamic of trying to generate an excitement where there's an exciting play. But so many times, even when you're doing radio and TV, obviously, you know, when you're doing a game on television on a big moment, you just lay out and you let the crowd noise take over. Well, there's no laying out at this point.
Bob, you're hit with the ladies right now because Don, everyone's like, wow, look at Bob. I like his breathtaking views behind him, Carol Thorpe Stanker said.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you. It's a room with a view.
Bob, are you going no haircut last couple months?
I've not had a haircut since mid-February. I think when we got back from Morocco, before we left for Florida, or maybe when we got back from Florida before we headed out to Tucson for Golf Channel, I got a quick one in. So it's I got the date circled, June 22nd, 10 a.m. appointment.
I think everybody feels that way, boy, Bob.
I mean, you look into it like it's a big outing, right? It's gonna be. It's like you got something to do on that day.
So, do they loop you into as to what to kind of prepare for, like how the season's going to work out, or do they want you to do like any more pre-game stuff, like just to get the audience? Because it feels like everybody is a little like they don't even know how to participate. So it's kind of like you need to give us a
fertile ground.
Yeah, exactly. Like a book or something, a play-by-play book, how to get back into it, how to want to participate.
Well, the Giants are one of the leaders in the NFL as far as social media platforms, as far as, you know, their Facebook followers and how they use Twitter and Instagram. So we've done a lot of shows actually this off season with the head coach, general manager, various players, kind of getting you ready for the season. We did a live show on Giants.com that was streamed on draft night, the first two nights. So we interviewed the guys as soon as they were drafted. We did a post-draft show where we kind of did a whole recap. I'm supposed to interview the head coach, Joe Judge, next week that they'll post. So we've done a lot of stuff via streaming. But, yeah, I think people feel like they want to kind of get up to speed, and we're going to kind of ramp up the product and what we're doing online to kind of get you ready for the season and help people get to know about the players and get to know who these guys are that you're going to be rooting for.
I agree.
Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting. And listen, you know, the good thing is if there's no one in the stadium, you'll get used to it. It's weird at first because with WWE, they never stopped.
Right.
And they never stopped with the live shows, but they just took the audience out of the arenas. And, you know, with a product like that, the audience is half the show. And now it's almost kind of like commonplace because they've been on for 3 months with no audience in the arena. So it almost seems normal now. So, and I know yours is only one, you know, every Sunday, but if for some reason fans aren't allowed in, eventually after 3-4 weeks, you're going to say, hey, you know what? I'm kind of used to this by now.
Yeah. And we're going to get a good feel for it this weekend because I also work for Golf Channel. I'm not working this week, but the PGA Tour comes back with the Colonial in Fort Worth. It's the first of 4 events where there will not be fans fans on the property. I'm working the Travelers in Cromwell, Connecticut in 3 weeks for Golf Channel, and that's another fanless event. So we'll kind of see how this whole thing plays out. And I think it's an adjustment for everybody, but I think people are dying to have sports back and be able to watch competition. My question is with baseball, that sport has social distancing built into it already.
Yeah.
Other than the catcher and the umpire and the batter, the whole sport is spread out. What are they waiting for?
Well, Bob, here's the thing. With baseball,
Money, Bob.
yeah, it's all about money, right? And the prorated, how many games, prorated salary. I thought my idea was great for baseball. The players show up in their uniforms. Game's over. You get back in your car and you go home in your uniform. No locker room, no clubhouse. But it's all about the money with them right now. I think
everybody gets an ice pop on their way into the
that's
car.
it.
Mountain Dew and away
right?
you go.
It's all about the scroll. Who's got the money? Who's got the money? Let's follow it. Let's follow it. I mean, it's just about that. I am curious if, because we've seen other, what was it, Scotty? What sport just kind of kicked off? Was it boxing?
Well, UFC
and a couple of people tested positive for COVID. How is that going to work out if some team member tests positive for COVID? I mean, how are they going to narrate that, especially when it's going to be broadcast? There's so much at stake in terms of, all of us kind of invested in it. How do you think that's going to play out?
That's the big question, right? Because when they go to training camp, it's not the regular season size roster. It's a 90-man roster. I mean, they've got to cut a lot of people as they work their way towards it. So, and listen, how do you social distance when a defensive line and an offensive line line up opposite each other? I think the NFL is slowly internally rolling out all kinds of protocols of who can be in the facility when, what the locker room will look like, how they practice. For instance, the Jets in Florham Park have a very big facility.
Yeah.
The Giants in East Rutherford have an indoor facility, and they have 2.5 grass fields or 2.5 outdoor fields. So what they can do is split them up in groups, keep everybody separated, keep them in a hotel like in a training camp setting, and there'll be a lot of testing that's going on. But when you get to the regular season and teams start traveling, they're going to have to be able to trace if somebody tests positive.
100%. We have to have the quick test. We have to have the tracing that's done. I mean, there's a lot of variables.
It's going to be wild. Bob, but Barbara Irwin, I put it up on the screen. She says she's going to have to start listening to Giant games. Bob is very handsome.
I'm telling you, Bob, you're making a big impact on the ladies right here tonight. I don't know what's going on, Bob.
Well, I'm glad. Listen, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, Irene Fitzhugh says the golf exhibition games last month were awesome. She wants to see more golf.
Yeah. Golf
the Tiger Phil thing with Tom Brady and Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Was it the greatest golf? Were they playing in the rain? No, Tiger looked great. But more importantly, they raised $20 million in one day.
Yeah.
So that was a huge success. And obviously the one they had the week before was cool. Do I think we'll see a lot of these moving forward? Probably not. Because once the tour starts back up and with the schedule now being so compressed and majors being moved to the fall, I don't know if there's going to really be a lot of time, and there's a wraparound season in golf. So my guess is what we saw is not going to be commonplace.
Okay. Bob, let's talk about cooking because I saw you tweeted that out the other day. You're doing some good stuff. Tell us how people can help. Tell us what you're doing with that.
Billy Ray Brown, who lives in Houston, Texas, and I, we both love to cook. And when we travel every week for Golf Channel, we're always talking about recipes. So Kathleen and I got the idea. It was Kathleen's idea. You think about how many people are out of work and will continue to lose jobs as we come through this. Even though things are opening back up, there's a lot of people that are coming out to no job. And there are dual income families, and there are people that are having a hard time feeding their families as is, having to stand in a food line to get food to feed their family. So we decided to create Cooking Because. Billy Ray's in his kitchen in Houston. I'm in my kitchen here in Weehawken, and we whip up one of our specialty recipes each week, and we cook on Instagram Live, and it starts tomorrow night at 8 p.m.
Beautiful.
Eastern. You can go to our GoFundMe page, GoFundMe/F/Cooking Because. And we're just trying to raise money. We need everybody out there's support. Tomorrow night on the show, two-time Super Bowl champion Carl Banks, Giants fans know him.
Love Carl.
He's going to jump on, and he's going to reveal a mystery ingredient that Billy Ray will have to use in his dish, and I'll have to use in my dish. We don't
You're
know.
better than the Food Network going on here.
Carl's a
Like
good cook.
last week I made a capellini rustica, but his mystery ingredient that I had to throw in was cumin, which actually it turned out pretty well. He made chicken enchiladas, and he had to use soy sauce as his mystery ingredient. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night.
I remember doing a piece with Carl at his house with his ribs, and then we did a tailgating thing at a Giant game, and I'll tell you, his ribs are sensational.
Yeah, famous Bob, 58 barbecue. And then just one other thing, World Golf Hall of Famer Lanny Watkins, who won at Colonial back in 1988, is going to come on the tail end of the show, and he's going to join us as well. And if you donate $25 or more to our GoFundMe page, and then send us an email to cookingbecause@gmail.com, $25 or more will answer your question and mention your name on the air during the show.
Wow. Bob, what is it? I want to put it up. GoFundMe what?
/f/cookingbecause.com.
What is your favorite recipe, Bob, to cook? Like, what is like home? Like when you think of like something that you just, is signature to you. We all have signature dishes. I'm sitting in my kitchen right now. The kids know when I'm going to cook. Like they love what they love. My kids love when I cook certain things. What's your thing?
Well, I'm making a Sunday gravy. There's nothing better than that.
Yeah. So we're going back to the gravy sauce debate. We're going back to it. Gee whiz.
John Franco.
Go ahead, Scotty.
John Franco said, not the gravy. It's got to call it sauce, Bob.
Well,
as I drink out of my Mets cup there,
Queens.
Bob.
In Bronx, we call it gravy.
I love it. Yeah,
that's like a go-to, but I'm trying to broaden my horizons. One of my favorite go-to dishes to make right now is a halibut grilled fish taco.
Wow.
That sounds delish.
Nice. Anytime you can use the grill, you're in good shape.
Yeah, and like anytime you take a beautiful fish that's like a standalone, and you just put do you put like jicama on top with like cilantro and like a little mango salsa or not?
I make a slaw with apple cider vinegar, some jalapeno peppers, some tomatoes, with a little salt and pepper, and then I make an avocado lime crema.
I like the crema.
Which is really good. And
listen, get some jicama and get it for the crunch.
Jicama,
yeah.
Bob.
Well, that's what I use with the slaw, because the slaw has no mayonnaise in it. It's just shredded cabbage, so you get.
Oh, you do cabbage. Okay.
Use the cabbage, but we could use jicama.
I think you would like it. It would really be good with a little cilantro and your crema de avocado. I think you'd like it.
This all sounds very
Look
good.
at all these people. Paula Giordano. It's called gravy. It's called gravy. Barbara Irwin. It's called gravy. All right, Bob.
I was always told if there's meat in it, like braciole, sausage, meatballs, in our family, we called it gravy. And then a sauce.
It was tomato sauce. It was
sauce or, a clam sauce or scungile or whatever. But listen, potato, it's all delicious.
Bob, thank you so much, my man. GoFundMe /cookingbecause.com.
Right, and the email is cookingbecause@gmail.com. Donations of $25 or more will answer your question on the air for Carl Banks or Lanny Watkins.
Love it.
Right, yeah.
We love the view behind you. Thank you for giving us a little sneak peek as to what Manhattan is looking like in real time.
Where do they find you again tomorrow, Bob, for the show?
Instagram Live, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central.
On your page?
At Bob Papa.
At Bob Papa.
On Instagram.
BOBPAPA. Can't beat it.
Bob's on the gram. Bob's on the gram, everybody.
Bob, we love you, pal. You're the best, my man. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me on, and enjoy the show.
Thanks, Bob. Appreciate it.
Bye.
See, Suki, so it was a Jane Hansen problem, okay? It wasn't us. Bob had no problem. It was Jane.
When she comes on, and I'm sure you'll sweet talk her right through it.
We'll have it back on Friday. Speaking of which, all right, Suk, on Wednesdays it's Hump Day, and the biggest hump of all, our boy Will Presty coming in, because there he is. Look at
Presty. Listen, we look at who got a cut. Haircut.
Yeah, you get a haircut, bro?
Haircut?
I didn't get a haircut. I gave a haircut.
You gave yourself a haircut?
I did. Wow. Don't ask to see the back.
Listen, let's see the back. Don't say that and not say it.
Up. Come on, let me see.
Listen, you can't set it up and then take it back.
I have to explain first. Hey, first of all, I heard what you said I was doing before, Suki.
Yeah, now see how Suki, she's always
But
going.
what I want to know,
What did I
wanna know-
say? He was talking about something dirty, and I just figured.
You said I was doing something. That's why you couldn't get in touch with me. And what I want to say is, how did you know? How did you know that's what I was doing? I don't know.
Because you and your girlfriend, you're young. You could just bang it out.
Yeah.
Jump in the
I
shower.
thought you said. I thought you said rubbing one out. I didn't think you
Oh,
said
you
banging
can rub one out. You know,
Either way. But by the way, it's sauce. All right.
it is sauce.
My grandfather
You know
was
what?
born
For
in.
the first time, Bob actually made a delineation. He said with meat, it's meatballs, brajol, sausage.
Right.
Your
Brajol, you just like saying brajol.
I got
That's
you.
gravy, and then a sauce would be like a tomato sauce, a clam sauce, however you want a congealed sauce.
Scott, why do I feel like I got you brajol was your pickup line in college? Why do
Hey,
I feel
honey,
like
I got you, Brajol, right here.
Is that what was happening in the picture right behind you there?
No, he was like, I got you supersat.
They're like,
That
kiss
was the
Suki quick. We'll take your picture.
When I was in college, I remember it was maybe freshman year, and I said, "What do you guys want to do for dinner? You want to get a couple of pies?" And the guys are like, "What are you talking about? What do you mean pies?" I was like, "A couple of pies." They're like, "What pies?" I was like, "Pizza." I was the one from New York. If I
What
said
do
to
they
you,
call it?
they just like a couple of pizzas. They would just say. I said pies. They thought I meant dessert. And I recently found out through
Heroes.
Twitter.
You got to call heroes. Heroes
Well,
grinder.
Everyone said it's a hoagie, this and that. I said it's a hero. And I recently found out, and this might not be scientific, that I mentioned black and white cookie on Twitter. Not recently, but
Had
within
one
the
today,
last.
my friend. Had one today.
I mean, don't we need it right now more than ever? And no one outside of New York knew what the hell I was talking about.
Oh, I
Because
love it.
A black and white cookie is like a New York thing, apparently.
Yeah, but it dated to I actually did the story
Okay.
to the Upper East Side on 96th Street and First Avenue. There was an old German bakery that created the black and white cookie. Google.
So it is okay. Genuinely, it is New York in origin, but it has not spread as far as I thought. They did a whole episode about it on Seinfeld. I thought it would spread
it has
out a
not
little
spread
bit.
far and wide. Obviously, that's why America's in the pickle that they are. It has
The
not.
pickle also, New York Jewish delicatessen, a staple. But
And by the
now
way,
we're getting far.
when I
Yeah.
eat the black and white cookie, it's perfectly in the mouth, black, white, same time. I don't
Take your tongue and lick it both ways.
I
Go back and forth.
don't give it
You
a
don't take a little lick on both sides and then crunch.
I've had an idea for an invention for a while. If you guys want in on it, but we can't tell the viewers. Don't let the viewers, just the three of us, so nobody else listen. Okay,
Go ahead. There's
we got to
nobody.
split it three ways. Okay, so black and white cookie, everybody likes a little bit half and half.
Yeah.
But at some point, with the rotund nature of the cookie, you have to get all black or all white.
Right.
So I thought about, what about a black and white cookie that's just like straight down in like a rectangular shape.
Nice.
That every bite you're getting.
An eclair. Isn't that called an eclair? Like an eclair? Like
No, that's got cream in it, Suki.
No, that's got cream. No, Suki.
You're way off, Suki. Way off.
All right, you're out, Suki. Scott, me and you, we got a black and white cookie business.
Suki, that's got Brajol in the middle.
Listen, you guys good?
Yeah, we're good, man. Hit us with some headlines, baby.
Headlines, Suki. By the way, you're looking beautiful again today. You're like, I feel, I don't know. I got a t-shirt on.
I've got my kind of like summer Mexican shirt.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. You guys watch The Bachelor?
No, I don't.
Suki?
A little bit. I mean, like last season, did they start a new season or something?
No. Well, the thing is, because of COVID,
right?
They had to cancel all the Bachelor and Bachelorette stuff.
Okay.
Because they were like about to start the seasons, and they had to put the kibosh on it, which is kind of ridiculous considering COVID's like the least deadly virus you're going to catch on The Bachelor. But we'll leave that alone. But what they're doing now is they're airing it starting this past Monday. Each Monday night is a 3-hour entire season of The Bachelor from the past, edited down into a 3-hour block that they play on every single Monday.
Okay.
So, it's like, but it's like after an entire season is then over in one night. It's like opening night at the Knicks for the Knicks. It's kind of like it's just over after the first night.
One game, you're done.
One game and you're done. But like, I have to admit, right? I'm not a fan of reality TV. I'm very much into like old Hollywood and scripted and like a big production. At first, I was like, look, you know, what's happened to entertainment, right? The Beatles had 30 singles at the top of the charts. The Bachelor has 30 singles in the bottom of the barrel. It's like, what has happened with the arc? But then I caught the first episode of The Bachelor this past season.
And you loved it?
It's like every guy's fantasy or a woman's fantasy, but it happened to be The Bachelor. It's just limo after limo of beautiful woman, like a model clown car, just getting out and just trying to have sex with you before the other ones do in a mansion. It's like, I couldn't wrap my head around it. But Scott, what's that like?
Well, listen,
please.
You're talking to the right guy.
Tell me about this,
bro. It's it ain't bad. It's not the worst thing in the world.
It's not the worst thing in the world. I don't know. It's
Rusty,
so I ended up
back in the days. Didn't you have action? Like, didn't you get into some live action?
Yeah, Taylor Lautner. Didn't you get some action?
You know, I have no complaints about the way life has gone.
See, because Scotty is convinced.
What?
And I'm not saying that you don't have the looks or anything, because Scotty is charming too to look at.
Yes.
But when a dude has a really good personality and is really interesting, women are fascinated by the conversation.
Yeah.
Right.
And they'll like give you a pass on your looks if you're not 100.
I asked, I did a Twitter poll once. I asked women, if you knew nothing about a guy except this, which of these, I might not have the answer, so this might be just blue balling you here, but I said, would you rather find out before a blind date the guy is really good looking, really great personality, really rich, or something else? And I do remember which one won. And this is an anonymous Twitter poll, so there's no reason for girls to try to do the right thing or whatever. Yeah. They said personality.
Personality. I would have went rich.
I mean, that's you at our age, Scotty. We're like rich. Yeah,
at my age now.
A lot of crap if you're rich.
But think about it. You can't gain a personality. You can gain wealth.
Oh, no,
right?
I can gain a side piece.
All right, so Disney, we talked about them a little bit before. They have a new movie coming out. It's based on the music of Lionel Richie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we love that.
It's Disney. I don't know who they're gearing it. It's called All Night Long. And I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying it's an issue with the title, but when nowadays, when young people have the attention span of a flea, you might want to think about changing the name of the movie. All Night Long, I feel like no one's really gonna, maybe shorten that a little bit, but that's just me. We can edit this in post.
I just watched that same title on Pornhub on Monday night.
Oh, goodness. You watching your own movies now, Scott?
By the way, you had a Freudian slip before. The word was supposed to be, I'm just spitballing here, but you said blue balling.
You're blue.
I would assume that's
blue.
No, I said I don't want to blue ball you here, because if I give you the Twitter poll without giving you the answer, that would be
so
that's what I meant.
Perfect. Ah, damn, I thought I caught you in a Freudian.
I didn't understand it. I still don't understand it. So spitball is different than blue ball?
If you're spitballing, it means you're just going off the top of your head. Yeah, you just kind of get stuff. Blue balling is when you're gonna anticipate something and not deliver on it, and you're gonna be someone like
everything
like you used to do when you were a freshman. When you were a freshman in college, you would tease the guy, blue balling. No,
it's like in there and it's trying to shoot out, but it can't. So
you wouldn't follow through on your promises.
No, I keep thinking about what's happening in your balls. Like it's just in there. It's swimming.
That's where it comes from.
It wants to eject, but it can't.
It's, you're getting real. I mean, let's just spell it out for everybody. What's happened to the show? Listen to me. This movie, though, All Night Long, is being produced by Disney, but it's also being produced by the producer. What are you guys laughing at? Am I missing something?
Because Scotty's making me laugh.
Let me hear the wheeze. Let me hear the wheeze. Let me hear it.
So, other than Jane Hansen, we tried to get her on for a half an hour.
Let's bring her back. Let's get Jane Hansen.
Rusty, we needed you.
Listen to me.
Green Earth, where are you?
The plot thickens. Speaking of blue balls, this movie is being produced All Night Long by Disney. It's also being produced by the producer of 50 Shades of Grey.
No way.
Wow.
So I don't know what the main character is going to be doing all night long, but I can tell you this: he's going to be walking funny the next day. All right, because how are these two things coming together? Right? Disney and 50 Shades of Grey. There's a million ways I could go with this one. You know it, but I'm just going to leave it at this. I just hope Woody doesn't make an appearance. That's all I'm going to say.
Crap.
Okay?
That's
Listen,
funny.
the producer of 50 Shades of Grey says this movie is going to dominate the box office and the box office is going to like it. That's what the producer of 50 Shades of Grey had to say. There's also a documentary. You guys Rocky fans?
Love it.
Love Rocky.
Did you see the Rocky 40 Years of Rocky? I think it's on Amazon.
Mhm.
There's a documentary just came out last night, I believe. It's like behind the scenes footage of like making of the first Rocky
I gotta
movie,
watch
how
that.
improbable it was. It's got like commentary too. You can either get it from Sylvester Stallone or they also have it in English. So whichever one of those you want. Hey, right now, this is breaking news. If you check your Twitter trends right now, Anna Kendrick is trending because she came out. She's like bashed her role. She was in Twilight. She's got like bit parts in all the Twilight movies, and she's kind of not been super friendly about it. She didn't love the experience. And
Kendrick, the Pitch Perfect girl?
yeah, she's got a small role in Twilight, and so she came out and she just said that like there was bad weather during the filming of the movie, and she didn't necessarily get along great with the castmates. So she said that filming Twilight felt like a hostage situation. Were her words. That's what she said, which is ironic because for most guys, watching Twilight felt like a hostage situation. You know,
For me,
let me tell you guys, for you too.
yeah, I didn't like it.
So I thought this was a guy thing because my experience with Twilight is when I first started going out with my girlfriend, we were showing each other like our favorite movies. And I was showing her like Jurassic Park and Indiana Jones and like A Few Good Men. And she's like, we got to watch Twilight. It's her favorite movie. And the first time she made me watch it, I thought it was the worst movie I'd ever seen. The second time she made me watch it, I knew it was the worst movie I had ever seen. It didn't get any better.
Were you on 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? I mean, there's like a lot of that series.
It was the one where it sucked. I don't know which one.
The one
the
where it
movies,
sucked.
they I don't know. They're just not necessarily for me. I think
When we were going out, we were watching things like Porky's.
Oh yeah, Porky.
Remember Porky's, Scotty?
Oh, I love Porky.
Little Breasty.
Why
Look
did
I
up
know
Porky's.
Porky's.
Oh, you know Porky's?
Is that the one with the shower looking into the
Yeah!
Come on.
Terrible.
And why
Come
did they
on.
call?
I love Valley Girl with like Nicolas Cage. I thought that was the jam.
Absolutely. So you're talking about movies you watch, guy, girl. Like my mom and dad, their first date, they saw I think their second date, they saw The Exorcist in the theater. True story. Well, I don't even know why that's funny. They saw The Exorcist in the theater, and my mom says she was holding my dad's arm all the time. She was scared. My dad's flexing his muscle the entire time. His arm was sore for like 2 weeks. That's a true story because he didn't want to. You have to every time a girl touches your arm, you know.
Yeah, you got to tighten it up.
We got celebrity birthdays going. We got a couple. Suk,
Well, I think
this is next level.
Suki might be drunk.
No, Scotty is just like, you got to tighten it up. I'm like,
when a girl grabs your arm, you're like, yes, can I help you?
Absolutely.
Right, Will, you got to tighten it up.
What's the equivalent? I mean, when a girl goes to touch a guy, he flexes. When a guy goes to touch a girl, she runs. I feel like that's kind of the reaction there.
that is the general reaction.
We got a couple of beauties. One is past, but I love old movies. Like I said, today's birthdays. Kate Upton, 28 years old. Judy Garland's birthday today.
Judy.
I'm a huge Judy Garland fan. Her movies just like they bring me in. It's like when Judy Garland's on my screen, I just have to sit down, and when Kate Upton's on my screen, I can't stand up. That's like the difference for a couple of minutes. You know, when Judy's on the screen, the Tin Man is stiff. You know the rest of this one. Let's see. Long Island Medium, Teresa Caputo.
Trying to get her on the show.
54th birthday today. Happy birthday.
Maybe we should send her flowers, Scotty. Get on our show.
It's her 54th birthday. It's also Prince Philip's 99th birthday.
Yes,
now,
that Grandpa.
They were all Caputo and Prince Philip have never actually met, but something tells me they're going to be talking pretty soon.
Ouch.
What's ouch? The guy's he's
too
99.
soon, Will. Too soon. He didn't even go yet.
He's 99. I said pretty soon. He's in great shape. He's got a couple of ailments. He said his back.
Did you watch The Crown, Will, to get the behind the scenes about him? Did you watch The Crown?
No. But I know he still has the backache from building Stonehenge. He said, look, he doesn't even like to celebrate his birthday. I don't know if you know this. He said when he was at his 5th birthday party, he's still scarred from it. He got his face pushed into the cake by the neighborhood rascal, Billy Shakespeare. And it's also, because he's old, guys. So Shakespeare and him were around at the same time is where I was going with that one. It's also rapper Kodak Black's birthday tomorrow. I'm not sure if Kodak's having a party.
I'll be celebrating Kodak Black's birthday tomorrow.
We'll see what develops is where I was going with that. Listen, I think that's kind of all I have right now.
Good, because my battery on my laptop's about to die.
And also his legs are burning because he's squatting right now.
See this logo, Will? It's about to go away, and my battery on my laptop's about to die, and my knees are killing me.
So you didn't come to the show plugged in, and you're ripping on that poor woman because she had a bad signal.
Listen, I gave you one perfect hour and 20 minutes, my friend, because
that's the first time you've ever said that to anybody.
I'm in a new spot tonight. I don't have
a long time, Willie.
What happened to the basement?
I'm in the basement. The games are right over there.
You just wanted to change it up.
I wanted to sit in the baby seat so my knees would kill me by the end of the show.
He's doing the whole squatty potty thing, like he's trying to get
Scotty squatty tonight.
Crazy.
Scotty is squatty.
Willie, kid, we love you, pal. You were excellent as always.
Will,
guys,
we miss you. We really, when you're not around, we feel sad.
I mean, I like the interpretive dance that went with that. That really
a lot of thought-provoking stuff.
As always.
Will, we could get your mom and dad on here one night. That'd be funny.
Oh, they don't have Facebook. They're still watching The Exorcist. My dad still flexed.
Honey, hold on.
Power of Christ, you.
Strong and cool.
Absolutely.
Unreal. Hi, Willie. We'll see you soon, my friend. We love you, pal.
All right. See you guys soon. Have a good night.
Sook, what a show, huh?
Actually, I thought it was an amazing show.
It really turned out okay. Listen, I thought the thing with Jane is kind of funny, right?
I mean, listen, Lorianne said he is amazing at meeting Will. Scotty, Louise loves to know that Scotty, you're on your knees. It's just hysterical. I think that's turning on Louise right now.
Do you remember Tawny Katane?
I know Tawny Katane. Are we getting her on?
Listen to me. I sent Tawny Katane a message on Twitter. And sure enough, when Will told us to look at the trending on Twitter, I went to look. Tawny Katane followed me, and she just liked 4 of my tweets. Everyone except the one that said, "Hey, Tawny, we'd love to have you on our show." I see that one she didn't like yet. But now that we follow each other, now I got her on the direct message. So
we'll get it. You got to put up Bobby Ross's summation of our show, please. Bobby Ross's summation.
Program brought to you by Reach Around and Blue Ball Production. Derica, Alt, Emmy, and Golden Globe nominee Scott Stanford star in Eyes Wide Shut 2 when Scotty tightens up.
Thank you, Bobby Ross, for always putting it so appropriately. So
we gotta get a hold of that Reach Around production, see if they want to sponsor the show.
You know what? And we also should get them on our show. Why not?
That would be great, right?
All right, Scotty, before your thing dies and we
I'm gonna be I'm blinking here. I'm blinking.
All right, you're blinking.
Tomorrow night, John O'Hurley is here. And we've got a guy. Let me give you his name real quick because I got an entertainer tomorrow night for us. The guy's phenomenal. I told you you're gonna love this guy right out of Vegas. Mario Rosales.
All right, Mario.
This guy's you're gonna be wheezing all night tomorrow night. It's gonna be great.
All right, Scotty.
John O'Hurley coming at you.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go.
We
hate to leave you, but we really must say
good night, sweetheart. Good night.